Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and yes, another review that is not live. I've been working very hard these past couple days to get my backlog of topic videos caught up, mostly from Major League Baseball because of the winter meetings. And I've made a commitment in 2022 trying to get my thoughts on more baseball topic videos out there. So I had to catch up on those, which again has really set me behind. But I do want to get back to doing live reviews. But unfortunately, because of, my schedule this week, how things turned out, I wasn't able to do Raw live. I didn't get to watch AEW Winter is Coming tonight, but I think that should be a show that I should do live, which most likely will not be till Sunday night. So, Sunday and Monday, I'm going to work on trying to get the rest of, some of the stuff caught up, such as, get back to doing live streams of Dynamite and SmackDown, and of course Raw. Two wrestling topic videos I do want to briefly talk about, also do those as well. And I also do have still on my horizon, besides my new intro I want to work on before the end of the year, I still do want to go back and watch the Raw and SmackDown tapings from 2012, in which that was my first ever WWE live event, and review those as a celebration for 10 years since my first ever wrestling event. But that is not tonight. Tonight, though, I'm going to briefly talk about Raw, and I say briefly because even if I would go back to live reviews, I felt this show really would not be worth, a live review. I mean, it wasn't. This week's episode of Raw, which took place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was kind of skippable. I didn't absolutely hate it. I mean, we got, a new number one contender for the U.S. title, a new number one contender for the Raw women's title. We had, a storyline with Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley, with Bobby Lashley getting fired and whatnot. I did enjoy the segment with Kevin Owens freaking out on Elias, because I actually forgot completely why he was the first not for him, but it's some storytelling, of course, there. But I don't know, it was a show where I felt like that nothing happened. Nothing really made me hate the show, but nothing really made me too excited to see what's going to happen next. It was just a show that was kind of just there. So I'm just going to blow through the results really quick and just get out of here. And again, hopefully Winter is Coming should be the review I return back to live streams, as I did for now get my baseball videos caught up with. I still do have 3 more Wolfenstein levels to record from episode 8. I'm hoping Sunday and Monday will be my catch-up days. Let's hope, because I do have a few things to take care of before the Christmas holiday as well. So let's, without further ado, just briefly talk about what happened on Raw in Milwaukee. The opening match of the show was Alexa Bliss and Bayley, and the winner, of course, will get a future Raw Women's Championship opportunity. And Damage Control did try getting involved, but I think Bayley fought them all off. Becky Lynch, fought them all off outside of the ring, leaving it to be one-on-one. And for the millionth time, Bayley loses again. And, of course, to Alexa Bliss. And it's very true. Anytime we've seen Bayley and Alexa Bliss wrestle, they just don't click. I mean, yes, this was nowhere close to being as bad as their kendo stick on a pole match from Extreme Rules in 2017. But their matches just really aren't that great. I mean, that might have been... Well, no, they didn't face off last week, but it just might be a thing where just two people just don't click. Alexa Bliss and Bayley just don't have the chemistry, unfortunately. But Alexa wins, and afterwards, Bianca, who was at ringside, comes into the ring and congratulates Alexa. They go to hug it out because they're pals. But while that hug is going on, you do see Bray Wyatt's new logo flash on the screen, and it possesses Alexa. Alexa goes to assist her Abigail, but then all of a sudden comes back to life. Wait a minute, what was that? I'm sorry. So I guess they are teasing Alexa Bliss going back to the Harley Quinn type character she was with The Fiend. Which, okay, interests me a little because of the fact that, of course, I even just realized now with Alexa Bliss being a baby face all year, she really needs that heel turn. She just, again, she's popular. She's not terrible. It's just she pretty much doesn't really have any character at all as a babyface. I just don't. I think she does need some type of intriguing character. And at some points, her being the Harley Quinn Alexa Bliss type that did work. Again, though, there was just so many things that they tried doing with her that we could have only gotten away because of the Thunderdome. So a lot of things just look super fake after a while. So if that is the case, if she is going to be reunited with Bray Wyatt some way, somehow, hopefully they don't get too hokey with it after a while. But having Alexa Bliss feud for the Raw Women's title could be, like a character building feud for her to get a little bit more of a character back. So I will take that. But the match, again, Alexa and Bayley, they just don't have it. They unfortunately just do not have it. AJ Styles and the OC made fun of Chad Gable, I think it was, for getting sprayed with milk on SmackDown on Friday. And then they had a match and AJ Styles does defeat Chad Gable. Someday, if they ever get Chad Gable more singles momentum, I still would love to see that feud. That'd be a pay-per-view feud for sure. Imagine that with the U.S. title on the line. AJ Styles and Chad Gable with the U.S. title. That'd be a pretty darn good match. I would say so. Because didn't at one point, I think when Styles was the U.S. champion, he had gave out an open challenge and Chad Gable answered, I think it was. I think. That might have been then, but they had a match where AJ won. There was a segment with Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis where they were basically trying to figure out what to do with all the money Dexter got. And Candice LeRae, who was preparing for a match with Io Sky later on, says, why don't you just donate it? So they went to a merchandise stand and bought a lot of merch and just started going out to the crowd with this corny Christmas music, which Christmas music, of course, is always good, but it was just so corny and whatnot, having them go out there and basically do a t-shirt toss or whatnot. Miz came out, of course, demanding the money back, and he even he's desperate for it. He even says he will earn it because Adam Pearce came out trying to stop Miz from stealing it. So then they set up this match where they'll have a ladder match next week. If Miz wins, he gets his money back. If Dexter Lumis wins, he gets all of Miz's money or something. Okay, I keep saying, again, like I said, the thing that I could keep saying that worries about Dexter Lumis is I just don't see this character outside of this feud with The Miz, with the story that it's in. I just still think he's got to turn heel. I still think, and they could do it in this ladder match, have Dexter Lumis, who was not approved by Johnny Gargano in the first place, if you remember from NXT, have Dexter Lumis turn on Johnny and align with The Miz. I still think that could, I just feel this stalker type gimmick thing. It has more mileage as a heel. And I feel like, because again, I keep saying, the problem with Dexter Lumis is they tried to build him as a star again during the pandemic era. So when there's no fans, he just, I feel like the character just needs, spiced up. And I think the only way to play around with that is by turning Lumis heel. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for in this ladder match next week. Because if they just have, Lumis win, it's just going to be just, nothing's new or special. Judgment Day defeated the Street Profits and Akira Tozawa in a match. Okay. Again, they are giving Tozawa a lot of TV time. I just don't know if he's really ever going to be in a serious threat again, though, in wrestling, though. Io Sky beat Candice LeRae. And then we had a match with Solo Sikoa and Elias, dating back to last week when Solo took out Elias before their tag match. And there was also some news about Matt Riddle. So Matt Riddle was seemingly written off TV for 6 weeks, and apparently it was because he failed 2 drug tests. Yikes. So he apparently has been suspended and has been going to rehab, apparently. So, yikes. But there was continuing the story from last week, and then Kevin Owens, before this match, was backstage, and Elias came up and asked Kevin if he could have his back tonight, as Sami Zayn will be out there in the corner for Solo Sikoa. And then KO was like, "Are you nuts? Do you remember all you did to me a few months ago?" And I'm like, wait, what's he talking about? Then I forgot Ezekiel. So him spazzing now about Ezekiel. "You're Elias, not Ezekiel, whatever your name is." It's just all this hilarious. But anyway, so Elias wrestled Solo. Solo, of course, won. They were beating down on Elias afterwards. Took a bit before Kevin Owens finally came out and saved Elias before hitting the stunner on him. Some continuity there I can appreciate there for sure in that match. Rhea Ripley defeated Asuka. Asuka, though, who has been teasing her old persona, Kana, on social media lately, did not have the face paint. And also, she lost after she sprayed Dominic in the face. And he's like, Mommy, help me, it burns. But Rhea gets the victory. Again, could this be just a tease for Asuka to go to do her Kana gimmick that she's been teasing online, which a lot of people, of course, are happy about. We also have a segment with Dolph Ziggler and recapping his recent history with Austin Theory, and saying how he better watch his back. Obviously, he's trying to teach a kid a lesson. He may have gone away with it as U.S. champion, but he's going to, slap him in the face of reality, basically. And then Seth Rollins took on Bobby Lashley in the main event. Match was short, and Seth Rollins won by pinning Bobby Lashley after he countered a spear with a pedigree. And afterwards, Lashley snapped, and Pierce warned Lashley he's got to, get under control himself. He does not. He snaps, and he even, of course, put his hand on Adam Pearce. And the show ends with Adam Pearce firing Bobby Lashley. Interesting. Of course, they have not moved Bobby Lashley to the alumni page, because kayfabe-wise, remember, a wrestler has been kayfabe fired. They've moved them to the alumni page. But that has not been the case, though, for Bobby Lashley. So, yeah. So, but we'll see where that goes. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to lead to some type of a storyline where basically probably if Bobby Lashley's going to have to beat Brock Lesnar to get his job back, I guess, or something. I don't know. That's where it seems like it's probably going there. But Seth Rollins is number one contender for the U.S. title. I still don't get though this inconsistency though with the rematch opportunities or whatnot. Why isn't Seth Rollins just getting a rematch for the U.S. title since he was champion in the first place? Like, I know one year they had gotten rid of the automatic rematches, but I guess it's still not back yet or something. I don't know. But yeah, Seth Rollins is number one contender and Bobby Lashley's fired, unfortunately. But of course, we'll see where that goes from there. But some stuff that happens, why I give this show a C, but it really was not the most exciting show. But it happens. It does happen. It's all good. But that's my review of Raw. I gave it a C for the December 12th edition of Raw that took place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Again, hopefully, though, within the next week or so, I will be back doing live streams. But, again, this whole thing with me pre-recording them has helped me, though, with trying to get other things caught up. So hopefully, guys, I will see you guys live soon. So what are your guys' thoughts again on this past week's episode of Raw? Make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure, as always, to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirboy93. Dang it, I keep screwing it up. At the Club of Demand93. There we go. So I'm checking out, guys. I'll catch y'all later. Have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you all soon. Peace out, everybody. Yeah, no.